Hey YouTube, Phil and Florence. What I'm going to do tonight, a couple of weeks ago or so back, I watched James at Aim'em and Claim'em do a recipe, and it was Parmesan garlic mushroom chicken. Yeah, another guy was also watching that video along with me, and I wanted to leave from there and say, I want to do that one. But, you know, I walked off and forgot about it. So yesterday I saw Mike over at Random Acts of Cooking channel cook this very same recipe. So I had chicken in the refrigerator, chicken thighs, and I said, well, we need to cook them, so I'm gonna cook that recipe. So here we go. Let's get this cook started. First thing we want to do is, it says to add about a ½ inch of oil. Alright, there we go. That's about a ½ inch. Turn the heat up. We'll give that a minute. I'm a butter man, so I'm going to add a little bit of butter in there with it. Okay, what we're going to do next is I got some thighs that are boneless, skinless and boneless. We're going to set those down in this oil. Cut that down a little bit. I think I can get all 6 of them in here. Let's go one in the middle somehow. They'll get in there and get situated in just a minute. Okay, we're going to let those go about 5 minutes and I'll be right back. I'm going to take some It's Incredible rub and put on it. Probably should have done that before I put them in, but it's okay. It's been about 5 minutes. Let's turn these over. Nice and golden. Yeah. Perfect. Alright, we'll let that go for 5 minutes. Come back and take it out and get to the next step. Stand by. Okay, it's time to remove this chicken. I'm going to lift it out of there. Oh, that looks good. I like mushrooms, so I think I'm going to add a little more than it calls for. Matter of fact, let's see if we can get away with just dumping them all in there. I think the recipe calls for just one of those boxes, but by the time they cook down, we'll get some of that goodness off the bottom. So I just ordered some of this from Heaven Made Products. Just check it out. I've never used it before, so I've got several new rubs that I'll be using in my upcoming cooks. That was one of them. Just so happened that this recipe called for it, or any good rub like that. Alright, we'll let those saute down a little bit. Cut this heat down just a shade to medium. Just let those work down a little bit. We'll be back for the next step. Okay, these mushrooms have cooked down some and sauteed a little bit. I'm going to take them out, put them in this bowl, and let them stay over here to the side for a little bit. And that'll go back, all that'll go back in. What we're going to do now, cash in some butter. It says 2 tablespoons, but I like butter, and I've got a little bit more going, so I'm going to go with about that much. Okay, next thing we want to do is to add the garlic. 4 to 6 cloves of garlic. Alright, we're going to work that in for about a minute. Make sure you don't let the garlic burn. Take it off the eye if you have to, if you feel like you need to, and work that bottom real good, and all that'll make for some great flavor. what we're going to do now is to add a tablespoon of flour. I have a little bit more, so I'm going to put a little bit more. Okay. And be a good time to salt or pepper this. Let that brown up a little bit. And we'll thicken it up with some chicken broth. I don't know if there's any need in measuring it. This is a half a cup. You know, if you do it enough, you just put a little in and stir it and see what you got. I need a little more. A little bit more. Like I said, I put in twice as much flour, so it needs twice as much chicken broth. You wait till we put the next ingredients in, it's going to really look nice. Alright, now 3 to 4 ounces of grated or shredded Parmesan cheese and stir. I was supposed to put in my whipping cream first. This is the first time I've tried this, so I'm reading these recipe instructions over here on the side. I skipped the step. Well, that's okay. Yeah, got to have a little more. Now I'm feeling better about it. It's smooth to do it. I'm just going to put the rest of that in there. Alright. Now, a dash of salt and pepper, I did that. The grated cheese, I did that. Okay, I think I can add a little bit more of this cheese. Matter of fact, I'm going to put all of that pack in there. You know me, Daddy said more is better. I'm going to work this in a little bit and I'll be right now. The recipe calls for some spinach leaves. However much you want to use. About 2 cups. That'll do it. And let those cook down. I'll be back when we get that done. I'm putting a little cracked black pepper on top. Alright. This looks good. It's thickened up good. I tasted it. Doesn't need any more salt. I think we're ready to add our mushrooms back with all the goodness that was in that bowl. This is going to be good. I hope it's got room for the chicken. Ooh, that's looking good. Time all these flavors come together, that is going to be good. I think this is going to be one of those recipes that when you take a bite, your taste buds are going to make your tongue slap your brain. I do not see any other ingredients on my table over here that I haven't used. So I am going to gently place the chicken back in. If I can do that without it spilling over, we're going to simmer that. That, my dear friends, concludes the recipe for Parmesan garlic mushroom chicken. Alright, I'm going to boil this pasta. Janet is going to make a couple of sides. We're not doing a feature video on the sides tonight, but I'll show them to you when we get them done. Hang with me now. Okay, the chicken dish is done, so we've got the pasta ready to go in. I'm going to dip me out some of this goodness. Ooh, look at that. Here's some creamed corn. Janet snuck a pack out the freezer. right out of last year's garden. And some peas and carrots. How does that look?
Great.
This is Parmesan garlic mushroom chicken. This is a piece of chicken thigh that cooked in all that goodness. Let's see what it's tasting like. Wrap some of this pasta up in it. And this roux that we made. Alright, here we go. Or the flavors just go. I'm serious. You folks need to realize down here in South Carolina, I grew up on meat and potatoes and rice and vegetables, but we didn't do the Italian cooking and the dishes with garlic and all that. We just didn't. And so I'm just now learning how good this stuff is. Let's try Janet's corn. This is creamed corn out the garden from last year. If you don't know what cream corn, real cream corn tastes like, you need to make this. Or go to the farmer's market this coming spring, summer, and June. Get you some corn and cream it. Learn how to do that. We might put up a video and show you. And then the peas and the carrots. They're always good. Thank you so much for joining me and coming along with me on this cook. This was an indoor cook. Sometimes it just bees that way. Sometimes it's out on the grill and the smoker, and sometimes it's in the kitchen. By the way, we got a new kitchen coming. We're getting ready to tear this whole kitchen down and redo it. So that's going to be craziness around here for, I don't know, a couple of months, but we'll have to cook outside for sure, and hope that it all gets put back together. Got some good things coming, so you stick with me, stay tuned, and I'll show it to you as we move through it. Until next time, this is Phil in Florence.